Rights against exploitation. The Indian Constitution provides specific rights against exploitation to protect individuals from various forms of exploitation. These rights are primarily outlined in Articles 23 and 24. Here are the key aspects of the rights against exploitation in India. 1. Prohibition of trafficking and forced labor. Article 23 prohibits trafficking in human beings and the forced labor of individuals. It states that trafficking in human beings, including women and children, and the practice of forced labor are offences punishable by law. 2. Abolition of child labor. Article 24 prohibits the employment of children below the age of 14 in any hazardous occupations or industries. It ensures that children are not subjected to exploitative labor practices and are provided with opportunities for education and proper development. 3. Protection against exploitation and cruelty. While not specifically mentioned as rights against exploitation, the Constitution provides broader provisions to protect individuals from exploitation and cruelty. Article 14 guarantees the right to equality before the law, ensuring that no person is subjected to unfair treatment or exploitation. Article 21 safeguards the right to life and personal liberty, protecting individuals from any form of exploitation that violates their dignity and well-being. In addition to constitutional provisions, various laws and regulations have been enacted in India to further strengthen these rights and protect individuals from exploitation. For instance, the Bonded Labour System Abolition Act, 1976, prohibits bonded labour and provides for the rehabilitation of bonded labourers. The Child Labour Prohibition and Regulation Act, 1986, regulates and prohibits the employment of children in certain occupations and processes. It is important to note that despite legal provisions, exploitation continues to be a challenge in various forms in India. Efforts are being made by the government, civil society organizations, and individuals to address these issues, raise awareness, enforce existing laws, and provide support and rehabilitation to victims of exploitation. Expanding scope of rights. Expanding the scope of rights involves recognizing and including additional rights to address emerging social, cultural, and technological developments. It is a dynamic process that reflects the evolving needs and aspirations of society. Here are some ways in which the scope of rights can be expanded. 1. Recognizing new rights. As societies evolve, new rights may emerge to protect individuals in areas not previously addressed. For example, with advancements in technology, the right to digital privacy and data protection has become increasingly relevant. Recognizing and protecting these rights ensures that individuals have control over their personal information in the digital realm. 2. Addressing social and cultural issues. The expansion of rights can also involve addressing social and cultural issues that were previously neglected. For example, recognizing and protecting the rights of marginalized communities, indigenous peoples, or sexual and gender minorities ensures that their voices are heard, their dignity is respected, and they are not subjected to discrimination or exclusion. 3. Promoting economic and social rights. Economic and social rights, such as the right to education, healthcare, housing, and a decent standard of living, play a crucial role in ensuring equal opportunities and reducing inequalities. Expanding the scope of rights to include these socio-economic rights acknowledges the interconnectedness between civil and political rights and socio-economic well-being. 4. Environmental rights. As awareness about environmental issues grows, there is an increasing recognition of the need to protect the environment and ensure sustainable development. Expanding the scope of rights to include environmental rights, such as the right to a clean and healthy environment, reflects the understanding that environmental protection is essential for present and future generations. 5. Expanding the rights of vulnerable groups. Expanding the scope of rights can involve strengthening the rights of vulnerable groups, such as children, persons with disabilities, refugees, and migrants. Ensuring their rights are protected and promoting their inclusion contributes to a more inclusive and equitable society. 6. International human rights standards. Expanding the scope of rights can also involve aligning national laws and practices with international human rights standards. Ratifying and implementing international human rights treaties and conventions can lead to the recognition and protection of a broader range of rights. Expanding the scope of rights requires a collective effort from governments, civil society organizations, and individuals. It involves advocating for legal reforms, raising awareness, fostering dialogue, and addressing systemic barriers that hinder the realization of rights. By continuously expanding the scope of rights, societies can better protect the dignity, well-being, and freedom of all individuals. Thanks for watching. Political Knowledge 8470